Hello, my name is Karina Rocha, and this is MFT 641. Today I'm going to be talking about meta communication and specifically re- report and command. First of all, I want to define what meta communication is. Meta communication is communication about communication. It usually attends to a command, which is an aspect of a conversation. It can be nonverbal clues to interpret verbal messages, or it can basically be like a comment on a relationship, etc., etc. There are a few forms of meta communication which involve voice tone. For example, if you speak very loudly, which is something, for example, in my family, I tend to be very loud. And I think that has to do a lot with my culture, being Mexican American. We tend to be loud. We are loud, but um, I've gotten people say, or my family, for instance, they say you talk too loud, lower down your voice, because when you talk, you sound like if you're yelling, which in honesty, I'm not yelling. It's just that's the way I talk. I talk very loudly, so that's one of the forms of meta communication. Eye glances or gestures, for example, if you use your hands, if you use facial expressions, um, or smirks, that can be a form of meta communication. It can also reinforce verbal messages. It can be congruent verbal messages, or it might satirize the verbal message. Or even another example, it can contradict the message that you are actually trying to portray. This can also cause a double bind, or like a contradiction that can't be directly commented on. Some examples, for example, that I can come up with regarding communication, meta communication, is, for example, um, when there is a parent at my school. I work at an elementary school. I'm a parent and military liaison, and my job duty is to work with military families and civilian families directly. So a lot of the kids there, especially military children, their parents have mental health issues, for example, PTSD, depression, anxiety, and so forth. A lot of these kids, they don't have any affection. But when they do show the affection, the parent is or react in the way saying, "Why are you hugging me?" And then the child goes, "Well, I'm trying to give you affection, but yet you don't let me." That can be an example of meta communication. Also, if, let's say, for example, me and my mom are very close, and I'm 35 years old, but yet at times I feel that she treats me like as a child. And I tell her, we converse about it, and I tell her, like, I feel that you cannot trust me with the things that I do outside of the home. And she'll be like, "No, yes, I can trust you, but," and that's a form of meta communication because it contradicts what you're actually trying to say, and that makes communication hard between a parent and a child. And in this example, it can be my mom and I. Um, so, in summarization, meta communication is communication about communication. Um, that's it. Thank you.